Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you a program called Weekly Horoscope from the 4th of November to the 10th of November 2018, and this is for you coming from Pisces. Let's start with the 4th of November, Sunday, which doesn't start well for you and is not going to end very well for you. It's like 24 hours of fast planets and slow planets causing you a lot of problems. So let's start with your morning-afternoon period where they are very fast planets. And they of course make you behave very too quick, say things too quickly, do things too quickly. And they make you very rebellious so that you behave in a way that you are not really agreeing with anybody. And it's a Sunday morning, afternoon, and you are with the people you love or the people you want to be with. It's a holiday. So don't allow these planets to make you that way. Tell yourself, I'm going to be agreeable, I'm going to be supportive, I'm going to be appreciative, I'm going to sit back and not want to take the leading role. And that way you will confuse all these planets and they will just melt down and you'll have a better morning-afternoon period. But these are also planets of sudden and unexpected badness. Could be accidents, could be something going wrong somewhere. You have to be very alert morning and afternoon. Evening, nightfall, slow planets take over. And these slow planets move slowly, but they are long-term planets. The damage they can cause will not only be just for this evening nightfall of the 4th November, it can be much longer. So you have to be very careful who you are with. Past friends who turned enemies, past news that's turning bad, all this will want to visit you. So choose the company very carefully, evening nightfall period. Move away from people who bring up all kind of depressive things to make you unhappy. Now these long-term planets, you have to be careful. You have to be very patient. You cannot go faster than your planets. You'll be no man's land. So hour by hour, the evening and the nightfall going to become worse. That's the plan. So be part of the crowd. Just be part of the scene. Don't want to stand out and have a good time. Otherwise, just go back home. Exposure to our lives is always when we are out in the public. That's exposure left, right, center. But when we are at home, the exposure is very much minimized. So you might want to just go back home. The 5th November, that's a horrible morning, afternoon. If anything can go to the stage of worseness, this is it. Communications, actions will all go wrong. Your temper will fly, or somebody else's temper will fly, and yours then will fly. And what you say, your tongue will be very sharp, miscalculation, misinformation. It's the quickness of things that's going to create the problem. So the two words, slow down. Repeat these words as much as you can in your heart. Slow down, whether in speech, whether in action. Slow down because your tongue will be faster than your brain. Your actions will be faster than your brain. It happens, then you say, oh, I wish I hadn't said that. I wish I hadn't done it. Too late. So slow down. Count to 3 in your heart before you want to say anything or do anything, even to buy anything. It's a time where money can be lost in one way or another, bad decision making, and it can be also leading you to some kind of anger, because there's one planet coming in from the evening nightfall, the planet of anger, who will join this planet of quickness, and that can mean accidents. So drive very carefully. Accidents can be falling down the stairs, not just on the road, so slow down. And there will be also not physical accidents alone, can be emotional accidents, can be mental accidents where you make mistakes mentally. Evening, nightfall, the planets of anger are all there, and some of your fast planets, morning, afternoon, will go there. It's a working day. You cannot afford to show your temper any time of the day. You cannot afford to let your tongue fly and say things people don't like to hear. And evening, nightfall, the planets of anger are at full speed. And so if I were you, I would rather go back home. But if you have to be out, tell yourself to take the soft approach in everything, in speech and in action especially. And don't show your temper, don't drink too much, don't get angry, because some things are going to spark off your anger, and then your tongue gets into the action. So it's a very difficult evening nightfall period as well. The 6th November, Tuesday, that is a brilliant, wonderful morning and afternoon period. Rewards will come for you in every way possible, whether at work, whether in business, whether if you're at home, whether where you are anywhere. you will be rewarded by the way you say things, and your level of creativity will be pitch high. So show off your talents somehow or another. Make your plans about what you want to do in your life. A wonderful morning and afternoon and a very rewarding period. Romance will be in the air. Make your phone calls and you will attract people who want to talk to you and want to see you. Evening and nightfall quite good, except that one of these three, out of the three planets, one of them is a planet of arrogance, who will want to make you arrogant, want to make you important, want to be in the limelight, want to be noticed, want to have the last say. Don't try any of these. No point, because these planets of arrogance, they are all hot air. So better to be part of the team, just in case things go wrong, because if you are going to lead anything, you may not get the support and then you'll be in trouble. So be part of the team. Your popularity will still be good. You'll still get what you want in the evening nightfall period. The 7th November, Wednesday, now that's 24 hours of good luck waiting for you. Morning, afternoon, it's wonderful. Wonderful for many reasons. One is, I call them global planets. Also the planets of the internet, which I call global planets. And so they are there to help you. So morning, afternoon, you'll find solutions on the internet. You'll find plenty of solutions. And you'll be able to just go ahead beautifully. Is it the romance you want to chase on the internet, the friendship? Is it to find a job somewhere in the world? Is it to do business somewhere in the world? Something is waiting to connect with you wonderfully. So go on there and try your luck. And if you're not going to be on the internet, you'll have every chance to do very well, whether in job, whether in business. You'll have the sixth sense about you, even in business. So you're going to score some wonderful points. You're going to attract rewards of some kind. Evening, nightfall, so many wonderful emotional planets are there. And so you're going to have a very good time. Now this morning, afternoon, global planets will also be there. So mix business and pleasure. And if you want to just stay somewhere and just go onto the internet, go right ahead, because the planets of internet will be really very busy as well. So whether in personal areas of being with people personally, you'll get plenty of chances of whatever you want, new romance, old romance, happy, marriage happy, meeting people for business, meeting people for jobs, very good. Or just get onto your internet and you score some wonderful points, get some wonderful ideas. 8th of November, Thursday, planets are very slow in the morning and afternoon. And when they are slow, you get very frustrated. You want to go faster than the planets, don't, because it means you will be in no man's land. Nothing to achieve, you'll have to come back. So be patient in the morning and afternoon. Be patient because these planets are negative. Hour by hour, morning and afternoon, they want to make matters worse and worse and worse for you. So if you try to go faster than your planets, you'll see that you'll get an avalanche of bad news coming right over you. So be patient, lie low. These planets are long-term planets, so the damage created in this morning, afternoon of 8th of November, Thursday, they can be hitting you for quite a long time, not only just for the day, a long time, 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, maybe a few months. So be careful, don't create the long-term damage on this morning, afternoon period. Evening, nightfall, a little bit better, but not much. These are planets that make you extremely dominating, want control, and make you very stubborn. Well, if you do these three things, domination, control, and wanting to be stubborn, you're not going to get anywhere in this evening, nightfall period. So be the opposite, be appreciative, be supportive, be flexible, be negotiable, and you will do much better in this in this evening, nightfall period. The 9th November, Friday. Well, now this is a complex thing. Morning, afternoon, aggressive planets. Evening, nightfall, rebellious planets. So you can see what a combination I'm coming to. Morning, afternoon, take the soft approach. Use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, a body language which is soft, or you are going to catch fire. And when you're on fire, your tongue will be as sharp as the metal as well. And everything will, of course, obviously go very bad. It's a Friday, it's a working day, it's a business day. and you don't want to do that. You want support. So take the soft approach and stay calm with these planets. Keep repeating your soft approach. That simply means use words which are soft, a tone of voice which is soft, a body language which is soft. You will confuse these aggressive planets. They will slow down and they will leave you alone. They will melt down. And then you will be more in control during this morning and afternoon period. One of these planets is a planet of determination. And so he will make you very determined to get what you want. He doesn't care. He's like a bull in a china shop. You can step on toes, you can break things. I would just want what I want. But that causes a lot of trouble with other people. So take the soft approach, go gentle, be clever, and you'll get what you want. Evening, nightfall, things go very wrong unexpectedly. Now these planets will also in the morning and afternoon try and do their stunt and bring unexpected bad news, unexpected things, so watch out. Even driving, you can have accidents. So evening and nightfall, these fast planets take over. And they are considered, I call them the planets of sudden and unexpected bad news. So that can come very quickly at you, evening, nightfall. So your exposure to risk is what I worry about. If you're going to be out with people, the exposure to risk will be very big. If you're at home, the exposure to risk will be much, much smaller. So play safe, and if you have to go back home, just go back home. Because if you're going to be out, something is going to go wrong unexpectedly in what you say, what you do. Or is it somebody else, what they say, what they do? But ultimately you are involved because it's your horoscope that I'm reading about. You from Pisces. So what do you do? Well, if I were you, I would just go back home. Because I've got the aggressive planets one side, I've got the rebellious planets one side. It's a headache. Or if I have to be out, I will tell myself again and again, take the soft approach, which simply means use words which are soft, tone of voice which is soft, body language which is soft. You have to do this to control the planets. This is a reprogramming of yourself. So there's trouble waiting for you. Evening, nightfall period. Let's go to the 10th, which is a Saturday. 10th of November, Saturday. The morning starts reasonably well. A lot of respect is given to you. You are allowed to take control. You will make your decisions. Your ego will feel very good. So go ahead with that. But to make things even better, why not be part of a team? Why not be negotiable and flexible? So put your ego into your pockets and say, look, I'm going to be with other people. And I don't want my ego to be seen as an egoistic central. Ego is a good word, by the way. Without ego, we don't have ambition. But being egocentric is my worry for this morning, afternoon of the 10th. So put it in your pockets and don't want to show it. And you will see that everybody comes to be very nice and loving to you. Evening, nightfall is what I worry about. And the trouble really is that these evening, nightfall planets are very restless. They don't just stay in the evening, nightfall. They come to the morning, afternoon. These are planets that create a lot of miscalculation, misinformation. They create problems. And then you got your arrogant planet there. And so your name and reputation going to be affected. So say less and do less. Even in the evening, nightfall period, do less and say less. If you can just afford to go home, stay quietly, let the hours of the evening, nightfall move away slowly without you being exposed to risk. But if you have to be out, that's when your exposure to risk will be the biggest. So you'll have to be very careful. Firstly, there are verbal planets there who will make you want to say verbally something that's going to upset somebody or another. So don't do that. Then you got the planets of action there, and your actions are going to upset somebody as well. So control your actions. The planet of speed is also there, and he'll make you say and do things and do everything very fast. And of course, being negative, these planets, they'll do all that to make sure you make plenty of mistakes. Drive carefully, accidents are everywhere. And go home early and don't drink too much. The quickness of everything means you'll drink too much and drink too fast as well. Because these planets tend to make you excited with so many possibilities. But let me tell you, all these possibilities are not going to get you anywhere very far in this evening or nightfall of this 10th November Saturday. So lie low and be cautious. And if you have to be out, tell yourself, for whatever reason I'm out, let me control myself and listen more than I say and do less in actions as well. Up to 70% problems in the evening nightfall period. Well, that's what I have to tell you. Now, I'm already Skyping and I'm charging USD 50 for a 90-minute Skype session. And during these 90 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about all areas of your life for your next 7, 8, or 9 years. Your job, your business, your finances, your romance, your marriage, your family, and your health. I will go into detail. And I'll give you a lot of personal information based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. I'll give you your personal lottery numbers based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And those will be relevant to you for the rest of your life. And you will use them all the time, and you will compare them to what I'm giving for everybody under Pisces every month. And if the numbers are very close, you've got to go and buy. I'll give you your lucky directions, your lucky days, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, a lot of information. Most of all, I'll get you in charge of your next 7, 8, or 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. I will talk to you. So go to Facebook, go to Skype, send me an email, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. And remember, it will cost you USD 50. That's all. Until then, thank you and goodbye.